Hi everybody, I'm Kelly Heidbreder and this is Lenawee. We're taking a tour around Lenawee County to see some amazing things going on in our classrooms. We'll show you an innovative program for students in Hudson, and Adrian College students are working with our Adrian preschoolers. It's a pretty cool program. And we enjoy the talents of a Turkish musical group that stops somewhere in Lenawee County. And our school nurse could save your life. Well, when you take classes here at the Tech Center, you get your hands into action. You are building, you're welding, you're mixing chemicals, and many other skills. And some of it can be a little dangerous if you don't have the proper training. So we took our cameras into a very fun training class for each of our tech students. So put on your safety glasses.
Hi, I'm Duncan Kuykendall, a senior at Hudson High School. I'm here with Mr. Lesko. Mr. Lesko, what are you doing? What did you do here today?
Well, the school had brought us in to do some safety training for workplace safety for the working teenager. A lot of young people get a job, and sometimes they're put in some situations in some areas that may be dangerous to them that they were just unaware. And so we try to bring as much awareness and information to them as we can throughout a 90-minute presentation.
So what did you think the students took out of your presentation today?
Well, I hope they learn that they have the right to ask some questions, especially if they don't feel comfortable with some of the jobs or tasks that they've been given. And they have the right to look up some things in some danger areas and maybe some chemicals or some stuff like that they're working with in their own workplace. And under Michigan's right to know laws, they have that right.
I have a lawn mowing service. Just being safe at my work and making sure like everything's in running order and just being safe.
I work in fast food, which we don't have a lot of stuff like that happen there, but you never know, it could happen.
Talk to me about some of the experiments you showed today.
The experiments I showed today, we were actually talking about different states of matter, and that whether it's a gas, a solid, or a liquid, and how that can affect properties of certain things. And one of the things was the liquid nitrogen. A lot of people don't understand nitrogen is a gas that's in the air. Is probably and it's the highest percentage of gas that we breathe every day. But in its liquid form, it can be very dangerous. So we used some of that, and we froze a hot dog and kind of shattered it and shattered a flour. And we let the kids see that in its liquid state, it's a different state of matter, but it can have a big effect on how it can harm you as a human.
How does it make you feel to be here today?
You know, I really enjoy this as a retired firefighter, and I get to stay involved with trying to keep people safe. I mean, that's what I did for a living. I have a big family, I have kids, I have grandkids, and you know, I found that there's a lot of people that really don't understand some of these hazards. So if I can bring a message, if one kid learned something today that prevented them from being seriously hurt or even dying while at work, then we've won.
That was great, and what a fun way to learn some serious stuff. Now let's head to our biggest school district in our county. Adrian Schools reaches out to the community, and that means scooping up the little preschoolers all around the area and helping them to get ready to become kindergarteners. And Adrian Schools also connects with Adrian College, teaching students to lead the lessons, and they even work with the YMCA. What a winning combination for our students. Check it out.
Do I hear your roar? Listen to me growl.
This cooperative arrangement affords our student the opportunity to learn and work in an early childhood education environment that focuses and engages in best practices based on the most current research. Our students are able to plan and implement lesson plans under the guidance and facilitation of the Adrian College Teacher Education Department faculty, as well as the YMCA lead teacher. With Lincoln Elementary in particular being a primary years program, we're able to work hand in hand with our students, supporting their students as well as their teachers.
I act like a little kid with them. I get down to their level with them. I just, we act funny, we act goofy, but yeah, we learn. We sit down and sing songs, and we do other activities that are kindergarten ready. So we start to get some of our students that are going into kindergarten next year up to that level. It's really unique to have like the Adrian College students come in and help us, because we get to have other students work one-on-one with our kids.
In our classroom, we have the teacher, and then you also have us, the students who are currently in college. They have more people to learn from rather than just having one teacher to get all of their information from. I'm taught a lot about the theories that we're learning right now and different ways of how to teach children and what works and what doesn't work. work, and I'm able to implement that in this classroom here.
The last 2 years, some of my students came in not knowing very much, and it's amazing to see how fast that they can learn what their name is, what their first name, middle name, last name, their numbers, their colors. They can spell it, they can write it, and they just pick up on it like quickly.
Yay! Good job, guys.
Your kids are in really good hands, aren't they? Well, what about college? It is always a good idea to do a lot of research on what colleges have to offer, and it's always good to apply for financial aid. We can help you fill out those applications, so grab some paper and a pencil because we'll give you some tips right after this.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe. 14 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. Well, this year she celebrated her 50th wedding anniversary.
Is that why you've taken off your jeans?
No, I've taken off my jeans to prove the link between jeans and the fight against breast cancer.
Well, that's interesting. Do I have to take off my jeans?
No, nobody has to take off their jeans, Mom, but everybody has to go to denimday.com right now. I'll explain everything, dress code optional.
Apparently. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. Learn more at denimday.com.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
If college is in the near future for you or your child, our LISD counselor, Sue Ritchie, can give you some help. She can get you through that paperwork in no time. So time to take some notes. Grab that pencil and paper.
Hi, I'm Miss Ritchie, the counselor at the LISD Tech Center. I'm going to walk you through the steps of applying to college. Once you've decided on a school, the first thing you must do is find out the application deadline. You'll find this information on the college's website. Many colleges do not accept applications after a certain date, and some offer particular scholarships to students who have their applications in by a certain date. Be sure you know these deadline dates. The next step is to get an application. Most colleges offer the application online, and once filled out, the application can be submitted online. Most institutions still offer paper or printable applications, so if you'd rather fill it out on paper, call the school and ask to have one sent to you. Once you have your application, take the time to read them carefully. Every college has different requirements and instructions for the applicants. The introduction page will offer helpful hints to guide you through the process specific to each college and keep you informed every step of the way. When you begin filling out your college application, you will need to know your mailing address, your social security number, an email address that you check often, your driver's license number, which verifies your residency, and both of your parents' addresses if different from your own, along with working phone numbers. You will also need information from your school. It's helpful to have a copy of your high school transcript. That high school transcript will have the year you began high school, all of the classes you've taken, and the grades you received in each class. The transcript will also provide you with your overall GPA and college entrance test scores. Be prepared to list all of your extracurricular activities, academic honors and awards, employment information, and community service experiences. College applications will ask for dates, positions held, and a brief description of your responsibilities. You will need to request to have an official copy of your high school transcript sent to the colleges you are applying to. In addition, if you have dual enrolled in a college class, request that your college transcript are also sent to the college you are applying to. Be sure to ask your high school counselor for your high school's 6-digit school code. Colleges use that code to verify what you put on your application. You will also need to acquire your high school counselor's name, phone number, and email address. Look for the application fee next. Many colleges require an application fee when you submit an online application. You need to be prepared to enter a credit or debit card number or mail a check once you've completed your application. You may be eligible for an application fee waiver if you meet at least one of the indicators of economic need. See your high school counselor for more information about fee waivers. Some applications will require you to write a personal essay. In your essay, you will have the opportunity to focus on one aspect of yourself so the readers can learn more about who you are. Remember that the readers must be able to find your main idea and follow it from beginning to end. Ask a parent or a teacher to just read your introduction and tell you what he or she thinks about your essay. If your college application does not require a personal essay, you might want to attach one to provide information about yourself that didn't fit in other areas of your application. It can also be used to explain special circumstances that have occurred in your life that have affected your GPA or test scores. Once you have completed and proofread your college application, follow the directions of how to submit it to the college. Check your mail and your email often for admission status, and best of luck to you.
If you'd like more help applying for college, you can contact Sue Ritchie at sue.ritchie@lisd.us. Coming up next, our LASD nurse has some life-saving advice. She has a few ways to spot skin cancer.
Go for a mouthful, go for the fun. Oh, go for cake! Cakes for everyone. Just one stack is what it takes, and it's go for cakes. Open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more gopher cakes. Empty the box, then reload. Eat those gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back. Well, do you have a spot on your skin that might have just popped up recently? Or maybe someone in your family has been telling you to get that checked out. Sometimes they're just simple moles, but there are ways to see if it could be skin cancer. Our school nurse, Mary Merkel, has some ways to tell the difference in Wellness 101.
I'm Mary Markle, LISD nurse. Is it a mole or cancer? Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. In fact, more skin cancers are diagnosed every year than all other cancers combined. The number of skin cancer cases has been going up for over the past few decades. The good news is that you can do a lot to protect yourself and your family from skin cancer or catch it early so that it can be treated effectively. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to ultraviolet rays, and most of this comes from the sun, but some may come from man-made sources such as tanning beds and sun lamps. You don't need any x-rays or blood tests to find skin cancer early, just your eyes and a mirror. If you have skin cancer, finding it early is the best way to make sure it can be treated successfully. So to catch it, the American Cancer Society recommends the ABCDEs of skin cancer. Asymmetry. One half doesn't match the appearance of the other half. Border irregularity. The edges are ragged, notched, or blurred. Color is not uniform. Shades of tan, brown, and black are present. Dashes of red, white, and blue add to a mottled appearance. Diameter. The size of the mole is greater than 1/4 inch, about the size of a pencil eraser. Any growth of a mole should be evaluated. Evolution. There is a change in the size, shape, symptoms such as itching or tenderness, surface, especially bleeding, or color of a mole. If you do spot any of the ABCDEs, it's important to see your doctor as soon as possible. I'm Mary Markle. Be well.
If you'd like to contact her, just email her at mary.markle@lisd.us, or you can call her at 517-265-1689. When we come back, we head to Hudson to do some science and engineering.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
Students here at the Tech Center can learn the latest technology that employers are looking for. And one of the hottest career opportunities for students is the blend of computers and mechanics, and it's called Mechatronics. And at Hudson Schools, they have a similar program, so let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Duncan Kuykendall. I'm touring the Mechatronics class here at CSI. I'm here today with Brian Horde, and he's going to tell us about what he teaches here.
Well, I'm an instructor here at CSI. We teach a little bit of everything. It's called Mechatronics, but it's AC/DC electrical. It's applied electrical controls, robotics, CNC, everything combined, which creates the Mechatronics.
Why do you feel that it's important for students to get training in this program?
Well, I come from industry, so I see the different skill sets out there coming in. I used to hire at my old company, and people not knowing how to read prints or CNC and all that type. We got away from that a long time ago. Back when I was in school, we had hands-on training. We had wood shop, we had machine shop. Now these kids don't get any of that. So I always tell everybody the worst case scenario if you come to me is you're going to learn how to use your hands. But this is great skills for these kids to learn. If they want to go to college, that's great. They're going to need it. But if they don't, they can go and they can find them a job somewhere else, utilizing those hands and understanding some of this stuff. So that's great skills to learn.
What project have you been working on this year so far?
This year I've been working on the hoverboard project. I've been focusing on the pneumatics on that one.
A hovercraft, that sounds pretty interesting. Can you give us more information on that?
Right. So how a hovercraft works is basically there's this pocket of air under something called a skirt, and then the air pushes down on the surface of the ground or whatever it's on, and then it pushes and escapes out of the skirt, and that's how it hovers.
So what made you want to come here?
At first I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Ms. Cheney recommended that I come out here to CSI. From then I just really enjoyed it. Engineering wasn't something I really seen. I seen it as dirty work, and the instructors here at CSI have showed me different on that. And now I actually see myself going into mechanical or manufacturing engineering career as a college major for sure, just to get there. I've really enjoyed it. It's different learning experience. It's not your normal classroom setting, and we do a lot and get a lot of different experiences out here, so it's quite awesome to do.
What a fantastic program. Hudson students are really embracing these classes. Coming up next, students around Lenawee get a special treat.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. HSF.net.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with dachshund reading.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
A troupe of entertainers from Turkey visited Lenawee County recently. They performed at the Croswell and a few other venues around town, and they made special time to talk and perform with students at Madison Schools. Check it out.
A folk music group from Turkey visited Lenawee County recently. They toured many locations around the area and spent a day in a workshop with students at Madison Middle School.
It's very special for us to share our culture with children, and they try to understand
and they listen carefully and participate, and they are excited to see a new culture, to learn a new word, for example. Aslında biz bölgesel müzik yapıyoruz.
We're doing music that's a regional music and only a small part of Turkey. So that would be, if Turkey is like a rectangle, it's the top 1/7 of that rectangle. Apart from the different regions in Turkey, playing it in another country is very exciting because music is a way to touch the souls of people, and forming that connection is a very special and exciting thing.
We call this instrument tulum. Made of goat skin. This is a goat skin. Both this tulum and this kemençe are local instruments that have different kinds of playing styles, and they are so important in daily life of people who live in Black Sea. This instrument is called panduri. Originally, this is from Georgia. Georgia is our neighbor. It is located in Black Sea shore. We have a strong relationship in music, cultural aspects, and also there are many people who live in Turkey, they play this instrument today. So that's why we use this instrument in our band. This is kemençe, panduri, and tulum. They are the most popular and common instruments.
Greatest difference, unfortunately, in Turkey, sports and music are not valued as highly as they're valued here. Even though it's on the curriculum, occasionally they'll skip that class and they'll do math instead because, it's more important for the tests and stuff.
Birbirimize daha çok görüştüğümüzü fark ettim.
It's similar. We do get together and go to a movie or go to a soccer game. Soccer is pretty popular. He feels people in Turkey are more closely knit. They see each other more often, they socialize more often. However, he says everyone here is smiling towards each other and says hi. And you don't always get that in Turkey. The colors in our schools are generally very gray and dull, like a very formal looking, kind of unpleasant looking. And she said here she notices things are very colorful and they invite curiosity. That's one of the greatest changes. She says it gives the students a feeling of being home. And so far, we're very pleased at how friendly everybody is in the US.
It's so fun to see the kids getting involved with their music. What a great event. Well, that's our show, and thanks for sharing time with us. If you see something amazing going on right here in Lenawee, we want to know about it. Just email us at lisdtv@lisd.us. I'm your host, Kelly Heidbrader. Make it a great day, Lenawee.